Hey everybody, I'm JimClassic and you are watching Geekin It. Today I would like to talk about just some of the toys that were featured in Toyfare 2019, which took place over the course of this weekend, February 16th through the 19th. No, I did not attend Toyfare 2019, but that doesn't mean I can't comment on any of the pictures that are coming out, and that's really all I want to talk about. I just want to hype myself up a little bit, for some of the new action figures coming out. Just give my initial thoughts on a couple of them, and that's pretty much it. Just keep it simple. This is going to be relatively unscripted, and let's get started, shall we? So I'm gonna scoot up here. Here we go. Hey, how you doing? All right. Put on the old glasses. Flip my screen over here. And the first thing, which I kind of want to talk about, that was at Toyfare was, the Masters of the Universe movie classics. So, I don't remember how long the Masters of the Universe Classics line has been around. I think it came and went once or twice. These were like 6-inch articulated He-Man figures. The old 5-inch He-Man figures from the 80s. They were all squat and they all had the bent arms, the bent legs. They had the exaggerated body types, and the Classics Masters line was a little bit more normalized in proportions and everything. And I think they switched companies once, maybe twice. I think Super 7 has a license for it now. And they're doing some of the movie line from the... was it 1987? I think it was 1987 was the Masters of the Universe movie. It's a bad movie, but it's enjoyable at the same time. I actually do like it a little bit, even though it's just terrible. I'm going to start off here with Karg, which is he's like the wrinkled prune face guy with the white hair and the hook for a left hand. He was like one of the original henchmen, not original to the movie, not to Masters of the Universe as a whole. I gotta say, man, this guy looks really freaky. Like I'm really digging it. I mean, I just love that zombie-like face of his, the sunken eyes. I mean, you can just barely see the pupils, and that ridiculous-looking mane of his. I mean, the detail in the armor just looks crazy. I don't buy a lot of the Masters of the Universe classics. I probably have like 5 of them, but I don't know. Let's put it this way: if I run into Karg at like a Best Buy or whatever, Best Buy, at a GameStop or whatever, I might pick him up. Karg doesn't look too bad. It looks like there's a cloth cape. It looks like it comes with a blaster. I see a part of the Havoc staff. I don't know. That probably doesn't come with Karg. But I do have to say, he does look pretty cool. This definitely captures the representation from the movie. Let's see. Gonna move on to Skeletor, the regular Skeletor that was in that movie. Damn, that looks really good. I'm digging this. Like, I can already tell he's going to be a real pain in the butt to pose with those robes that are draped all over him. That's probably soft plastic, whatever, and you can't really pose anything with those. But I'm digging the face sculpt. And the hood. And it's kind of like Emperor Palpatine meets the Red Skull. Okay, yeah, and then in this picture there's the Havoc staff. That obviously comes with Skeletor here. Okay, and I see the cosmic key right there on the right of the image. And I mean, it just looks like he was just kind of standing there. And I've got a feeling with that plastic robe that's all he'll really be able to do is stand there. But this looks really good. I'm really digging this Skeletor. I'm gonna have to. I think that Skeletor might be a must for me, more so than Karg, but you know. And here we have He-Man. Dolph Lundgren. That was Dolph Lundgren, right? I'm pretty sure that was Dolph Lundgren. I think that does I don't know if that captures his look very well. I don't know. Um, I don't know if that really captures his face particularly well. I mean, it looks like it's a well sculpted face. I just don't know if it looks like Dolph Lundgren all that much. Um, I mean, the hair sculpt looks good. The body armor, shoulder pads look good. Um, arms look a little, see, like veins and stuff on the arms. That's kind of. I mean, I guess it looks good for what it is. I mean, it's a realistic looking He-Man, if if that's a thing. And here we have God Mode Skeletor. God damn, that is ridiculous. It looks like Unicron with that, with those horns. Again, this is like the ultimate Skeletor in his God form. I mean, it looks good. It definitely looks well detailed. I can't knock it for that. Let me see. Is the sculpting detail the same? The sculpting detail it looks like it's the exact same thing, but with a different type of gold colored plastic, and of course the helmet and everything. But I would say this is the exact same outfit, just painted, painted gold and with the helmet, and no picture of the Havoc staff in this one, but it just, damn, it looks good. I mean, that looks really good. Again, I'm not a huge collector of the He-Man classics. I mean, I like I said, I've got like 5 or 6 of them. I've got, currently, I only have the She-Ra as seen on TV 5-inch figure from Super 7, which I'm gonna get to that. I will be getting to that review eventually. But this looks pretty close. Okay, this kind of got me a little psyched, I'm a little pumped for that. Let's move on to Star Wars. Star Wars, shall we? Definitely got some stuff coming out of Star Wars. Now, some of this stuff I think was showcased before Toyfare. I think it was like a sneak peek, or it was leaked or whatever. And it looks like we are going to be getting a 6-inch General Grievous. And I am really looking forward to that. I'm torn with General Grievous. In the animated series leading up to Episode 3, he was a badass. And then in the movie, he was a huge letdown. But in the movie, he was a bit of a disappointment. He didn't live up to my expectations in the actual movie. But I still like General Grievous's look. I still like the kind of the lore that built him up. Just him being this Kalish general. He got effed up really bad. It was the Jedi were framed for it, and he hates the Jedi, and he joins the CIS and all that stuff. And he's always been something I've secretly wanted to see for the Black Series line. And he's going to be bigger than 6 inches. I mean, he's probably going to be like a 7 or 8 inch figure. I believe he's probably going to be like a Target exclusive or something. And looking at the box, I mean, box looks great. We see General Grievous, his 4 arms are deployed. We see a blaster. We see 4 lightsabers. And this is definitely something I'm going to be picking up. I am picky, when it comes to my action figures. I don't buy everything that I see, but I'm definitely picking up General Grievous. My only concern, this is my only real concern about General Grievous. I bet you he's going to be a real pain in the butt to pose. You know, that the plastic that Hasbro uses for these figures tends to be softer plastic, a little bit more malleable, and General Grievous has skinny legs. I can already tell you that plastic is probably going to be easily warped, it's probably going to be easily bent out of shape, and thus it's going to make him difficult to pose. I'm calling that right now. That's probably going to be my big issue with General Grievous. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Maybe Hasbro might use some sturdier plastic, considering he's going to have thinner body parts. I don't know. I'm really hoping that, I'm really hoping he's not a disappointment, especially since he's going to be at like a $30 price point or something around that, that avenue. So moving on to a few more Black Series figures. They're also going to be releasing this year Mace Windu. And, Mace Windu is pretty cool. He's a maybe. He's a maybe for me. I mean, the sculpting looks good. It definitely looks like Sam Jackson. We see his purple lightsaber, nice cloth robes and everything. Also, the B1 Battle Droid looks pretty good. My only issue with the B1 Battle Droid is I've got two issues with the B1 Battle Droid. One, the thin plastic, similar to Grievous. I would be concerned, spending $20 on a figure with such thin parts. I could see them warping or bending or just being literally bent out of shape. And my other concern is, the B1 Battle Droids are pretty thin in general. They're smaller. Personally, for $20 a pop, I would want to get two battle droids, like a double packed together, for $20. I mean, I don't think I want to pay $20 for one battle droid. That is something I would want to army build. I would want to buy 5 or 6 battle droids, and that could easily run me up to $100 at that point. If they packed it in a 2-pack. For what you're getting for the thin plastic, for the small, technically the smaller toy, I think it would be worth it. But, I would definitely buy it if it was 2-packed. If it's single-packed like this, I might wait till it shows up on Marshall's, one of the discount outlets. But, I mean, it looks good. It looks good. I just don't think I can justify the $20 for it. Next up, we have Padme Amidala. And this is definitely Amidala from Attack of the Clones. And it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like a cloth fabric cloak she's got on. She's got a little Naboo pistol. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not a huge Amidala fan. I would just simply buy it because I would want to get the rest of the whole Skywalker family line. And, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It's a very simple white outfit. It comes with a very simple looking gun. It looks simple, and that's it. Nothing. Amidala is just not a huge favorite of mine. I would just buy it because I would want to stick with, I've got Luke. I've got a couple of different Leias already. I've got Kylo Ren, I've got Han Solo of different ages, and I've even got Gianna Solo, which I don't care. This is part of my collection. She's Ben Solo's sister. You can fight me on this for all I care. But, I would buy it. I don't really have a high opinion of it. I don't have a critical opinion of this figure yet. Han Solo in Mud Trooper outfit, that's going to be a pass for me. Solo, A Star Wars Story was okay. I enjoyed the movie. But, I mean, if I were to buy it, I'll just keep the helmet on and he'll just be a troop. I would just use him as a troop. Which, now I might buy it now. I might have just talked myself into buying it. And then we have, dude, whatever his name was in Solo. I don't remember his name. Vosh? Vash? Voosh? Vosh? I think it's Vosh. I think. I think it was Vash, the crime boss. You know, he's played by Vision. He's played by Vision. Whatever. Maybe he looks okay. He died in the movie. I'm not gonna worry. I wouldn't worry about him. I mean, the sculpt looks good. Those little mini lightsaber daggers look kind of cool. I would love to see Darth Maul with the robot legs. And I'm sure if they're making General Grievous and they're coming out with Vosh and Han Solo and Mud Trooper outfit, a Darth Maul, Red Sun, Crimson Dawn, Crimson Dawn, Darth Maul is probably right around the corner. So it's gonna happen. I will definitely get that. I will definitely get that Darth Maul. We also got Ezra Bridger from Star Wars Rebels, and yes, that would be awesome. I will definitely pick that guy up. I was a fan of Rebels. I still haven't gotten Sabine Wren. I still haven't been able to get Hera Syndulla. I haven't been able to get those two, but I got Ahsoka Tano, which was a big one for me, and I got Kanan Jarrus. Definitely am going to get Ezra Bridger, and this doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like a realistic version of the cartoon character, and it just doesn't look cool. It doesn't look bad. It's got like the little blaster lightsaber hybrid thing. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get that figure. I think the last thing I'm going to talk about for the Black Series. Oh wait, yeah, Anakin Skywalker. I think Anakin Skywalker was from the very first wave of the Black Series, but I think it might have been the Padawan version. Either way, I never got him. I never got that Anakin Skywalker. If he exists, I might be having this might be a Mandela effect thing. I don't know, but either way, I'm looking forward to getting Anakin Skywalker. Definitely gonna get him. A nice Clone Wars era Anakin. I mean, I already have like 3 Darth Vaders of the 6-inch line. I might as well get this one, you know? It doesn't look good. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Of course, they have Dr. Aphra, which that's kind of an oddball to have out. We got her 2 droids, which I don't know their names, but they look kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, Dr. Aphra's a big whatever, in my opinion. I don't really care about her one way or the other. But I will get the droids. I don't care about Dr. Aphra, but I will buy her droids. And we got Chopper from also Star Wars Rebels. And Chopper, definitely a little guy I'm looking forward to. I love collecting the droids. I never got the Chopper from the main 3 3/4 inch toy line. Never got that one. I will definitely pick up a Black Series Chopper. And it looks like he comes fully loaded. Comes with those little weird arms. It looks like he comes with a rocket with an actual flame stand. That is awesome. It's so impractical and stupid. I never got it, but I've never complained about it either. So definitely getting Chopper. He's a cool, stout, little cobbled together astromech. Gonna get him. He looks pretty damn rad. And probably last and also least, maybe that's mean. It's Vice Admiral Holdo from, The Last Jedi. I mean, the face sculpt looks okay. I don't really have a high opinion of Vice Admiral Holdo. I mean, the face sculpt looks okay. The wavy hair looks pretty good. I mean, the gown and everything. I mean, it looks it looks okay. Just looks okay. Definitely not gonna pick this up myself. It wouldn't even shock me if she ended up being a peg warmer. you know, the sculpt looks good. It's just, you know, Admiral Holdo is not a character I really care about. So, you know, uh, if you want to buy her, great. Um, but she's probably going to end up next to those Atari ET games in like 2 years. Um, Now this really caught my attention. This has got me a little excited, and I made a video about it, you know, several months ago about Hasbro taking over the Power Rangers license from Bandai, and here we get a sneak peek of the Saban's Power Rangers Lightning collection from Hasbro, and this looks like a 6-inch collection similar to the Black Series or X-Men or a Marvel Legend collection, and it looks like we're seeing, I guess, Wave 1 right here. We got the White Ranger, Tommy Oliver. We have the Red Dino Charge Ranger. I'm sorry, it's a little bit past my time. The dog guy from Power Rangers SPD, I think that is. FPD? I don't know. Again, a little bit past my time. And motherfucking Lord Zed. Oh, yes, that makes me very happy. And that's what I've been saying for ages, is that, you know, from the Legacy Collection, we needed more. We needed bad guys. Yeah, I got a couple of Psycho Rangers, but that's just about it for the villains. Green Ranger, too. He kind of moonlights as a villain. But, I mean, we got Lord Zed for a 6-inch Power Rangers collection. This is what I've been saying. This is what I've been hoping to see since I ever knew about the Power Rangers Legacy Collection. So, that is all awesome stuff. It looks like with the White Ranger, it has a swappable head. You can have the White Ranger helmet, or you can have Tommy's head. Same thing with the Power Rangers. The Red Dino Charge Ranger, swappable head. The Dog Ranger looks like he has a swappable head. Yeah, that's cool, I guess. And Lord Zed just has his awesome Z staff, some hands, his like orb thing which he throws, you know, from the moon to the earth to make the monster grow. And it looks like all 4 of these Power Rangers has like lightning effect or energy effect, or, you know, I guess that's why it's called Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So it looks like they all have lightning effects from their weapons. So that's cool. I didn't find a full body image, but it looks like they're also going to come out with Goldar too. Yay. See, that's what I've been saying. That's what I said with my first Power Rangers video. What did I say? We need Lord Zed and Goldar. And it looks like we're actually getting a 6-inch Lord Zed and Goldar. Awesome! Let's move on to some Transformers. Now there's a lot that I want to talk about, and I'm going to just kind of shave this down just to a couple of things here, because, you know, this could take forever. But apparently for Transformers Cyberverse, which is definitely a toy line, which is totally hit or miss. And mostly miss. I mean, Starscream was a disaster. I was stupid enough to buy 2 Legends class Slipstream and Windblade, and total miss. I got Shockwave, the deluxe version of Shockwave. He's pretty good. And then I also got, the deluxe Windblade for $7. Let's just put it this way, I'm definitely glad I bought her for $7. So, I'm not a huge fan of Cyberverse. This is definitely for a much younger, less skilled, demographic, which is fine. You know, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking the people who want it. It's definitely for a group of, I guess a demographic. I guess that's a good word. It's for a demographic who, you know, want something simpler. But for their upcoming wave, it looks like they're going to add some body armor to some Transformers. The Optimus Prime one looks kind of cool. I mean, the Optimus in truck mode, it looks like it looks like he's tugging around the Ark on his hitch. That is absolutely ridiculous. Um, and I mean, even if you're a spaceship fan, you can just buy it for the little Ark and just make it a spaceship and add it to your spaceship collection, I suppose. I mean, the Optimus Prime cab looks bad. The spaceship looks rad. Um, and looking at the robot mode, the Optimus again looks pretty basic, but armored up. Armored up, he kind of looks like Sentinel Prime. At least a version of Sentinel Prime. Yeah, okay, the armor version. I mean, this doesn't look too bad. Again, not something I'm planning on buying, but this doesn't look bad. The armored up version, especially, looks pretty badass. The Optimus by himself is kind of basic, kind of simple. Again, very kid friendly. I get that. I totally get that. But I do love that little shuttle thing that he's got. Now there's a couple of these things. I'm not going to talk about all of them. But there's another one that's coming out for 2019. An Alpha Trion figure. Okay. Glad to see Alpha Trion back. We had him for Titan's Return. He was a Prime Master in Power of the Primes, which he came with a Pretender. I don't remember which Pretender it was. But, yeah, okay. So Alpha Trion is kind of working his way into some mainstream Transformers, and that is awesome. He's coming back for a third time at retail. There have been 4 iterations of Alpha Trion. This is the third one for retail. Great. And, I mean, it doesn't look too bad for whatever the hell it is it turns into. Kind of reminds me of, like, maybe some kind of a weird TIE fighter or something. You know what it reminds me of? It almost reminds me of, I think it's called the Sith Interceptor from the Phantom Menace. It kind of reminds me of that, but it's purple and it's not entirely the right shape. But it looks like it has flip-out guns, and then it transforms into something interesting. I mean, the robot mode doesn't look... The robot mode looks a little bit bulky, but it doesn't look bad. I mean, I kind of dig it. Okay. I'm not saying I'm going to buy it. Again, Cyberverse, hit or miss. Mostly miss. But, I gotta say that robot mode isn't bad. It would almost probably convince me to maybe possibly pick it up, but probably not. Moving on. We're getting another Gnaw. We're getting another Sharkticon. That is awesome. Yes. The Gnaw, the Sharkticons, were definitely sought after army building troops in Titan's Return. I did my review of them. I think at the time of my review, I had like 2 of them. Now I've got like 6 or 7 of them. Now this looks like a one-step changer maybe or something like that. Mace Mash. Well, it doesn't say anything about one-step changer, but there are that lower grade transformer that's meant for that. I'm not seeing the term one-step changer, but if we're getting like a basic sized, legend sized Gnaw again, I'm gonna be buying them. I will buy them. I want more Sharkticons. I need more Sharkticons. I'm gonna get me more Sharkticons. So I don't care if it's a slightly different construction. This looks like I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen, but it looks like it is a heavy retool of the Titan's Return Legend class. I don't know if it's the same head sculpt. Definitely the same arms, possibly the same fin. The little Sharkticon arms are different, I think. But it looks like... And the legs are definitely different. The legs are totally different, which is great. But I'm going to pick this guy up. I love the Sharkticons. I will be buying more Sharkticons. Even if it's from the Cyberverse line, I will deal with it. Skybite. Skybite from the 2001 Robots in Disguise. He was the Predacon Shark, second in command, next to Megatron. During that anime series, he was everyone's favorite villain. Skybite is pretty fun. He's a fun villain. He's a fun bad guy. I got the 2013 release? 2014, the Thrilling 30 Skybite. It's really cool. This looks like a deluxe class version for Cyberverse. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks simple. But I'm seeing knees. I'm seeing elbows. You know, I'm seeing shoulder joints. That shark mode looks kind of crazy. The robot mode looks a little bit more put together, but totally gonna buy it. It looks like Skybite comes with a drone that's like a driller, and then you can wear the driller as armor, much like the Optimus Prime, which is fine, whatever. What the hell ever. I don't really care much about that, but looking at this Skybite, I'm probably going to buy it. If it's good, I will army build. I will do it. I will army build Skybite as well. Throw him in with my Sharkticons, and I will have one hell of an army for my one Quintesson that I have, and it's a third-party one. Actually, I don't think Transformers has made an official Quintesson, other than Alpha Q from Energon. We don't count that. Well, I don't count that, but if you do, fine, great. But I think I'm gonna get this Skybite. I mean, I like it. It looks simple. Like I said, I do like the robot mode. The face mode is the face mode. The face sculpt doesn't look too bad. I mean, he's just kind of stern and serious, you know. I mean, Skybite's usually like, with his white mouth and white teeth, and that is weird. But yeah, okay, Skybite looks pretty cool. Okay, alright. Skybite looks pretty cool. Moving on. Moving on to... This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. So, yeah, Ectotron. A Transformer that turns into the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters. What? I love it. But what? I love crossovers. I love me some crossovers. This is absolutely nuts. I'm totally going to buy this. I'm totally going to put in my my pre-order. It looks good. That vehicle mode looks so good. I mean, they're hitting all the points there. That thing looks amazing. It's clean. It captures all the details from the Ecto-1, even with all the equipment on the top, the fins, it looks great. I mean, it just looks great. And then looking at the robot mode, obviously the equipment on the back becomes a proton pack. We see the proton wand in his hand. The front end of Ecto-1 are his shoulder guards, so we can make out some details here. And looking at those legs, that is definitely a reuse, a rather clever reuse, of the Hotspot Onslaught, Inferno, Megatronus? I think Megatronus mold. They're all one mold. They're all one mold. Just retools of each other. But this looks like a heavy retool. Instead of a fire truck or weapons truck, it's the Ecto-1. How freaking random is that? I love it. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that. Yes. All right. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about Transformers Siege, War for Cybertron. I've been soon. I've talked about that before back, a few months back, how much I was kind of drooling over that Ultra Magnus, which I still haven't gotten them yet. I've gotten a couple. I mean, I got a small handful of the War for Cybertron figures, most of Wave 1. But looking forward to getting that. Looking forward to getting that Ultra Magnus eventually. Looking forward to what is definitely coming around the corner for the War for Cybertron. Got a picture of a Thundercracker. It's awesome to see the Tetrajet, and looking at the Tetrajet looks cool. Thundercracker's robot mode looks cool. However, with that, going back to the Tetrajet, I am definitely seeing some leg knee kibble right there. So there's probably going to be like one hell of a bit of kibble underneath that Tetrajet, but it looks pretty neat. It does. And I mean, they're doing Starscream too. I'm looking forward to. I guess I'm looking forward to it. I mean, they're gonna be $30 a pop. I do want them. Well, this is no surprise. For C's they have Sideswipe. Of course, we're getting Red Alert. That was just a giveaway. Come on, that was a no-brainer. And there he is. Not looking too bad. I'm not. All right, so there's the vehicle mode. We see the Cybertronian lettering. We see the Cybertronian glyphs on the hood, and then we see an obvious Fire Marshal's emblem with the Autobot brand over top of it, and then we see the light bar. I thought this is supposed to be a Cybertron mode, a pre-Earth mode. I'm sorry, the Fire Marshal crest, that is not pre-Earth. This is post-Earth. This is what Red Alert turns into is a Ferrari from 2184. Okay, 2184. That is the type of Ferrari that Red Alert is. This is so far into the future that it's just a future Ferrari with the light bar and the Fire Marshal emblem, and then the Cybertronian glyph. Like, this is not a pre-Earth mode. Not knocking it. It looks pretty good. I'm just saying, this is not pre-Earth. You gotta be kidding me. Moving on, though, Mirage. Well, this looks kind of cool. Now, Mirage did come back for, Combiner Wars, and then he was, 2005 with the Classics line, but he hasn't had too many revivals. This looks like a really nice, reinterpretation, revision of Mirage. It looks really good. And again, we have more Cybertronian glyphs. This is obviously a Formula One race car from Earth. This is not a Cybertronian design. But it looks good. The race car mode does look good. The robot mode does look good. Moving on. Here we have Impactor. Now this guy definitely has some kind of a crazy mode. This would probably definitely qualify as a Cybertronian mode. Now Impactor was mostly in the comics. He's never really had a cartoon interpretation. And this looks good. I mean, it looks good. I'm not a huge Impactor fan, but I mean, it's the colors are ridiculous. The color, bright yellow and purple, and silver, that is bananas. I don't know. I don't know. It looks kind of interesting. Obviously the gun turret and the tank becomes a handgun. It looks like the hands can be swapped, can be flipped, rotated. And with the rotated right hand, you can turn the other gun into his harpoon, because Impactor's known for having one hand and like a harpoon thing on his other hand. So it looks like they're doing a good job trying to replicate that harpoon hand. Of course, we have the little weird shockwave cannon thing on his shoulder. And I mean, I guess it doesn't look too bad. Just those colors are awfully gaudy, and That's it. I don't really have any other opinion on that. Let's move along to something else. Oh yes, the new deluxe class Jetfire. No, Commander class. This is a new class line which they are adding. Somewhere between Leader and Titan, we have Commander class. And this Jetfire, yeah, this is really rad. So there are 3 different versions to this Jetfire. We have the Jet mode right here. We have the armored up version here, and then there's the non-armored up version, which is more reminiscent of his Generation 1 cartoon depiction. But let's look at the Jet mode. Jet mode, that is pure Skyfire. Okay? I mean, it's got all the angles, it's got the boosters, right? There is even that weird window that's on top of the boosters, which I've never understood that. But then again, Jetfire or Skyfire was always like a troop transport. But that jet mode looks great. Whatever that nonsense is on top of the boosters looks pretty bad. It just looks way too bulky. It doesn't... Okay, so Skyfire isn't exactly streamlined, but that bulky pack on top of the booster makes it even less streamlined. So I can't say I'm a huge fan of that. Looking at the armored up robot version, now this is... I think this armored up version is supposed to kind of simulate the Macross version of Jetfire. I think it's supposed to make him less cartoon accurate and more Macross inspired. Because once you take away all the armor and stuff, definitely looks like his cartoon depiction. The cartoon depiction is great. This guy is going to tower over just about everyone who's not Devastator or Omega Supreme or Metroplex or Trypticon or Predaking or Fortress Maximus. That was a lot. I'm sorry. That was a lot. I apologize. But I would like to get Jetfire. I hope I can get Jetfire. We'll find out. Leader class Optimus Prime, Transformers Cybertron. Yes, Optimus Prime is getting a second release in the Siege line. We had the G1 Optimus Prime, in Wave 1. In Wave 2 or 3 or whatever this is going to be, we have the Optimus Prime from Transformers Cybertron. Who would have thought that? Who would have imagined that? This is probably going to be like a heavy retool of the Ultra Magnus mold. It looks like it is. And that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. I mean, the old Cybertron Optimus was a cool mold. I always liked that one. And it's nice to see him kind of reinvented for 2019 in a new reminiscent design. It's I like the fact that it's not just G1 which is making these comebacks. Hasbro is finally referencing stuff from the Armada, Energon, and Cybertron line. Well, we have seen them before. We have gotten the Deluxe Class Armada Starscream. We have gotten, the Deluxe Class Hotshot. So we've gotten them in spurts. But it's nice to see this again for Optimus Prime. That's great. I would love to see a modernized Armada Megatron. I would really like to see a new version of Megatron done in Armada style. I would. I love Lamp. Voyager class Springer. It looks okay. I mean, he looks okay. I personally like the Generation Springer better. This one doesn't look bad. I mean, definitely G1 accurate. The helicopter looks G1 accurate. The robot mode looks G1 accurate. The car does not, but it doesn't look bad. Springer is definitely a fan favorite amongst collectors. And it doesn't look bad. It just, I like Generations Springer. So I might not even pick that particular version of Springer up. Moving on to, this is ridiculous, Generation 2 Megatron. Yeah, Generation 2 Megatron. Siege, War for Cybertron. Definitely just a recolor of, the Voyager class Megatron. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'm a fan of the G2 Megatron. I might pick him up just for the sake of what it is. I mean, this is definitely referencing the Combat Hero one from 1995 or whatever. Definitely not one to homage, but I mean, it looks kind of cool. I mean, it looks kind of silly, but if I find it in the stores, I'll probably end up picking it up. Moving on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. This is a huge battle scene of chaos, craziness. Omega Supreme. Omega Supreme. Okay, so one of my favorite Transformers of all time is making a comeback as a Titan Master, or Titan Class. Titan Class, not Titan Master. Different thing. So, I mean, that is a must-have for my collection. I gotta get him. I gotta get him so he can, put him up with my Devastator and everything. Oh man, this is amazing. This looks so freaking detailed. I love it, man. He's just big and bulky and just a big bruising, just hulking monstrosity. I mean, the big claw arm is just like this gaping, like this massive grabby thing. Got the gun. I mean, this captures Omega Supreme. This is a beautiful looking figure. I bet. Please don't suck, Hasbro. Okay, please don't make this thing suck. All right. I'm loving the details all over this guy. I'm loving that head sculpt. The rocket mode, the base mode. Okay, so it's a departure from the classic Omega. I mean, a little bit. Obviously, obviously, what is there is, obviously, this is a new reinterpretation of the rocket base. And it's a new interpretation of it, which is fine. It's great. I'm still digging it. That rocket tower is absolutely huge. Like, I mean, Omega's rocket is supposed to be the claw arm, the gun arm. You combine them, boom, rocket. There are like extra segments here. That is crazy. This rocket mode is absolutely nuts. Love the tank. I see the little Micromaster there on the track. I think that's supposed to be Countdown. It's kind of awesome that Omega Supreme's going to get a Micromaster partner. That is awesome. That is awesome. I approve. I approve. And I think we're wrapping things up a bit here. Let's see. Talking about... Okay, so we got Auto... oh, yeah, here's one I definitely want to talk about. The Transformers Studio Series Voyager Class Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. Yeah, the Bumblebee movie. This Optimus Prime, for me, is a must-have. I am digging this version of Optimus Prime. I love it. I love the cab. It is very G1-centric. Nice square, a square cab. On the truck frame and everything like that, and then looking at that robot mode, that is a wonderful fusion of G1 and movieverse, Bayverse. That Optimus is a must-have. That looks fantastic. I really want to get my hands on that figure. And I guess I'm going to end up here with another Studio Series Deluxe Class. That's not right. That's got to be wrong. Deluxe Class Decepticon Hightower. One of the 8 Constructicons from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Not a fan of that version of Devastator. But my understanding is all 7 or 8 versions, all 7 or 8 Constructicons are all going to combine to become Devastator from the Bayverse. That is nuts. I think Rampage is coming out. Rampage might be in the stores now. I don't know. Um, and I know Rampage is a Voyager class, but I think they're all supposed to be either Voyager or Leader classes. I don't think Hightower Hero is meant to be a deluxe, but that is crazy. Um, I mean, it's ambitious. It's definitely ambitious to have Voyager class. Well, I mean, the Constructicons are Voyager classes, and I think the Predacons are Voyager classes, but to have the Bayformers aesthetic, make them all into functional combiners, that I view as pretty bold. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't really care if it's going to work because I'm not really planning on buying these Constructicons. And Hightower here just looks nuts. He's just like this weird scorpion thing. Oh, God. This is... I mean, the vehicle model looks pretty good. It's like a grabby crane thing. I don't know what type of crane this is, but just has a, claw thing. And that robot mode. I mean, obviously the boom and the claw are like his only real digits. I mean, he's got those, Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. And then those crazy legs like that. Like, what the hell? How's this guy gonna walk around? I don't get it. It is what it is. It doesn't look too bad, but it's. I think the Constructicons are gonna be a major pass for me. But yeah, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Yeah. My wife is gonna kill me. I definitely want to buy a lot of these toys. My wife is going to murder me, and that's not going to be good. I'm going to have to really figure out what I'm going to buy, what I'm really going to buy here. But so that was just my thoughts on some of these toys that were premiered in Toyfare 2019. Awesome stuff. Some of this stuff is really freaking cool, and I feel sorry for my poor wallet, and I feel sorry for my poor life. Like I said, my wife is going to murder me. Anyway, I'm JimClassic, and you've been watching Geekin' It.